I hope you will help us by analyzing these concepts so that we may not be led away by the slogans of politicians and statesmen. Do you think I am going to decree my tribe of politicians and statesmen here? They have much virtue in them, and I am not going to say that jurists and lawyers are always very successful in dealing with public affairs, although they may be successful in dealing with matters in courts or in giving opinions. A French writer on statecraft who lived some considerable time ago said discussing lawyers that in general the training of a lawyer breeds habits and dispositions of the mind which are not favorable to the practice of diplomacy. Whether that is entirely true or not, I do not know, but there is perhaps something in it. The politicians obviously often go wrong, but lawyers and the jurists in their ivory towers can also lose touch with reality. Therefore, some of the greatest judges have been those who have not only interpreted the law but adopted it to changing conditions without doing violence to it. It would be absurd for a problem belonging to the middle of the 20th century to be considered by some textbook maxim of the 18th or the 19th century. There is another aspect to this which troubles many of us: how far some recent developments can be fitted in with any conception of international law or moral law. Those developments which threaten the very existence of the human race not only by mass killing but by poisoning the atmosphere so that it has terrible genetic consequences are not justifiable by any conception of international law or moral law. Surely, this is not a matter to be considered only by statesmen and politicians. I do not know if jurists consider the moral law, but I suppose they have it in mind even in considering the letter of the law. It may be desirable for them to consider whether and how far these preparations for nuclear warfare or the test explosions are in keeping with any conception of international or moral law. If the politicians, as a man who has some responsibility in public affairs, express his opinion in its usual considered a based and colored opinion because he belongs to the political apparatus of a country